Hey Amanda, how's it going? So what I'm gonna do right now is actually go through your log live while I have my computer in front of me. So I think that's gonna be easier to kind of break this down because keto can be tricky. So first thing I'm gonna do is roll through um, what I think was your best day and the days that you probably need a little bit more work on. So my favorite day, where'd it go? Where your macros, I think personally, were the best was, where did it go? I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. So carbs were, and what I did is I'm adjusting your carbs. I'm going to go 25% protein, 15% carbs, and then the rest from fat. So I'm dropping the protein a little bit, giving you a little bit more carbs. There you're going to want to probably, like, post-workout, you're going to want to fill up on some kind of like starchier carb. When I mean that, maybe like a little bit of squash or like mushrooms or something like that to kind of give you a little bit more density post-workout. So let's look at Monday. Gramino's great. Hot tea with cream and stevia. Some cream options. You can always do, like I said, the full coconut cream that's out of a can. Butter, MCT oil, which I see you've been creeping in there, which is great. So the boar's head, turkey breast, cheese roll-up, great. Salad works. You're getting a lot of different types of vegetables. So something to keep in the back of your head is try to eat 8 different vegetables a day. And now you're like, what the fuck? You're giving me something else? So for example, like I just got this salad to go. I got a piece of broccoli, cauliflower, that's 2. I have carrots, which is 3. The actual lettuce was 4. Then I had cucumbers and greens. So I just kind of fit it all in a salad. So since you like salads, just try to think about that. Like if you eat a salad, just dump like 8 vegetables on it. Different types if you can, everything, the whole thing. I like that for you. So I'm kind of wondering, like, was Monday, did you feel the best? Because the one day I just think everything was way too low was Wednesday. Wednesday, your carbs were at 23. Your fats were really low and your proteins were too high. And if you felt great that day, then we're going to have to make another adjustment. And we can do that simply over a phone call. But definitely off here, what I would love to see is that you just overall ate more fat. Like a full avocado somewhere in there would have been helpful on Wednesday. Thursday was actually your best fats day. And I think it was the frying stuff in coconut oil, peanut butter. So you probably felt pretty good on Thursday. Again, Thursday and Monday, I personally think were your best days. So now we talk about your carb up, which should be happening like right now. So when you're eating today, you're just going to eat volume. Do not worry about calories at all. The only thing you're just going to not do is just add fat. You're just not going to add additional fat and eat all the stuff. Don't eat cheese and like clean, fatty versions of meat. You're going to want to eat clean meats today. Chicken wings. I mean, I know that's not clean, but you know, you're eating those on like a keto day, so you're going to want to eat stuff that you're just not going to eat normally. So I'm a big fan of varying up those carbohydrates. Lots of fruits today. If you want to have a regular piece of bread, do it. If you want to have a donut, do it. You kind of can't undo it. So the thing that's also important is mentally for you, being able to eat a lot of carbohydrates, not feel bad about it, and then immediately getting back on track. And what we can do is find out what happens to your body when we put all those carbs in. Like, how do you feel? Is your performance good or worse on Monday and Tuesday? And it will help me so much coaching you forward, knowing this stuff is where we tweak and refine and refine. So that's what you're going to do. So again, you know, ice cream's fine. I always try to, even on a cheat day, I'm trying to eat like balance. So obviously you're just not going to be doing like pizza and donuts all day. I like to, when I'm having a cheat day, like a carb up, I try to have a carb at like every meal. So if I'm getting up, I might have some like pancakes with eggs. So the protein's going to help kind of slow that down a little bit. Again, pop some berberine before that. Lunch, and this, I like actually know what I eat in a carb up. Lunch is going to be, I love pulled like barbecue crap. So I love, like, I'll get a huge thing. I'll go out to actually like Mission Barbecue, so I'm getting a huge thing of like sweet potato, mash, that stuff, cornbread, and some like brisket, right? And then I'll have a big bowl of fruit at night with some cream and maybe some Halo Top ice cream. And that's like not bad actually when you look at, if you break it all down. So again, so what you're gonna do today is log everything down, and it's not gonna be so much how you feel tonight, like how do you sleep tonight and get up tomorrow morning. You're gonna check out your hands tomorrow morning, like how do they feel? And what we're gonna start to nail down is like how quickly do you get in and out of ketosis. So last week, I guarantee at some point you probably slipped in it. You'll know because you just generally wake up, you have a lot more energy, your skin just feels tighter to your muscles. I know that sounds really weird. Things that you should be experiencing, you should experience a slow drop in your overall strength. I think, honestly, for the sake of being significantly leaner in the long run, it's okay if you lose 20 pounds off your max deadlift. Because as you know, the biggest indicator of obesity and obesity-related disease is having too much weight on your frame. And that it's okay if you slide between 10 and 15 pounds of mass, because your body needs to, I think it needs to be a little bit chubbier in the winter, keep you warmer and leaner in the summer. And that's just some realistic talk there. But, is it worth pulling 205 or 225 and you're plus 10 pounds? Or I would rather just you pull that, 10 pounds off and slowly in 2 years hit that 225. So the key thing is get as lean as you can first, even if you have to sacrifice some of your weighted stuff at TFW. And you can just show this video to Mike. He's gonna totally get it. So remember, we are going health first, and then we're gonna build into the strength and conditioning. And Mike's a very smart trainer. He's brilliant. He'll be able to get you wherever you want to go in your strength gains based on what we're doing. Again, we're using a cyclical ketogenic diet. So every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how lean you want to be, I think once a week, you'll kind of stay at like a maintenance phase, but in the beginning. So once a week, I think you'll start to lose weight. But if you continue to do that, your weight will drop off. So what we're going to work on doing, again, the expectations that you're going to have are you should feel a drop in strength, but not all day energy. So these are things that need you to talk with yourself, or maybe not. Maybe you're like, dude, I'm pulling weight, I'm feeling great. And then what I don't want to happen is that you have a lot of energy in the weight room, and then the rest of the day you're dragging ass. That's not what we want. We actually want the reverse. I would rather have you be burning fat all day, and then when you go slip into training, that you tank a little bit. Okay, not a lot of it, maybe 10 to 15%, and that's okay over time, because again, you will get that 10 to 15% back once we have your macros nailed down. So in the beginning, it's okay. It might take 8, 12. I didn't gain my strength back for like 3 months because my body was so resilient to burning fats. It just wasn't. And obviously, I think a lot of people have commented that my body has changed a lot. They're like, wow, you look like really jacked. And that's really because of doing keto from November, waving that up and down. It's been very, very easy. And I think we both have very like muscular types of bodies where it'll kind of work for us, but you have to use those refeeds. Just staying in ketosis for like even, I think stretching it to 21 days is pretty dangerous. That you could 21 as far as I'd ever go, then cycle it back in. Again, so let's just kind of rehash for this week. You got your big carb up today. Text me tomorrow. I'll be texting anyway. How do you feel? And it might linger to like Tuesday. I notice after a carb up, I have like a lot of energy at night. I don't sleep as well. In keto, since I'm dragging a little bit, I sleep a lot better. And it's gonna throw your sugars off. You're gonna notice that you're like, or it might not. But like Monday, I start having these sugar cravings, and I have to fight through that Monday. Once you fight through Monday, the rest of the week is easy. And we can talk about possibly stretching this out to 2 weeks. But I think in the beginning, like I said, we have so much to work on this week alone. Just getting your macros balanced, knowing which carbs work really well for you during a carb up. I used to think that like starchy carbs, like sweet potato and stuff, I can actually eat like shit. I can eat candy and crap, and my body just doesn't really do anything. It just burns it up. So mess around with that. I know it's crazy, but I'm telling you, what nutritionists will tell you to eat candy and stuff, but you know, you're human too. So mess around with the different types of carbs and see how your body feels. You can feel, once you don't have that in your system, you eat, and I swear you can feel like your veins fill out. All right, so that's for this week. I'll be texting you tomorrow, all right?